But what I know is I'm feeling just fine.
My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man, like, is the Black Manosphere dead? Absolutely not. The reason why I used the Black Panther thumbnail, truth be told, because if you saw the second one, you know, after credit, you know, like Marvel does, it was like the Black Panther will return. So with all of these shenanigans, infighting, blow-ups, dissing of the space, people getting fed up with the space, whether they be in it or around it, and it's like, oh, we're gonna get you, we're gonna stab you in the back, you know, the Black Manosphere is Caesar and you are Brutus. You're such a good friend, right? Is it dead? No. What was it caught in a situation? Yeah, but this ain't the first time. This ain't the second time. This ain't the third time. This ain't the fourth time. This ain't the fifth time. You get what I'm saying? Maybe 10th, 20th. I don't know. I don't keep count like that. But here's the thing. The Black Manosphere has put out a lot of content. Very much so. And the message that we put out has been far more right than wrong. And we can make a lot of content. So a lot of people, you know, prey on the downfall per se. And if there's something that they could take a shot at this space about, they're going to. They're going to take the biggest shot they can absolutely get, because they don't get to do it often. I mean, I could say, you know, even though just like any other space has issues, this space has issues, but far less. Like the people that we can just, the people that the Black Manosphere, the spaces that we get on their nerves, we have far more ammo than they do. Far more. So, of course, when something goes awry, they gotta go, hey man, you know what? We gotta swing for the fence on this sucker. That's what happens. Going back to, is the space dead? No. But also using the Black Panther reference, somebody else that's not necessarily the Black Panther had to take the mantle, the sure thing. So what you see is, if the Black Manosphere is shaky or in flux, you'll wind up seeing an increase of people who are not really in the space, but kind of orbit the space. They're going to go, you know, they're going to try to go into overdrive so they can, you know, get ahead, right? Because it's far more lucrative to orbit the space than it is actually to be in it, for the most part. You know, you got your exceptions in this space as far as big content creators. Kevin was one. And then, you know, a lot of guys get big basically and I denounce my throne. You know, they walk off. But they basically continue to make the same material. They don't say, I'm out of the space and I'm doing something completely different. That's normally not what happens. What normally happens is that they'll say they're not in the space, but they're doing the very same thing they've been doing for years. But you have other people who like I said, orbit, and they're like, this is my time. You know, because it's easy to probably get more traction, subscribers and views if you orbit this space, because, you know, this space is pretty much shadow banned. You know, even Kevin Samuel said he was shadow banned at the time. Y'all don't remember that, but yes, that was a thing. But everybody else who's around it, you know, who's poaching material, they don't have that same issue. Now, the thing about it that I was getting at earlier was our impact is greater. The impact of the content that we make far outweighs our impact and reach far outweighs what it looks like. And what I mean is, when you look at people's subscriber counts, you're trying to figure out how in the world is this group of people who have this many subscribers, you know, if the average is maybe, you know, 10 to 20,000, and that's on the high end because you got some people who are exponentially huge. You know, O'Shea's got hundreds of thousands. Angry Man has hundreds of thousands. But everybody else is, you know, Kevin still has million plus, right? But everybody else is, you know, I would say 50,000 or less. And it's a lot of guys who are under 10,000 that are very much impactful. So for those people to have such a big impact, for everybody collectively to have such a big impact, you see that becomes an issue because I guess they're stalling the space out. Like, if we could poach on you forever and, you know, every blue moon, one of you guys or girls, because Crimson Cure is in the space for sure. She's almost at 100,000. Congratulations, by the way. If too many of these guys get up there, it's going to be a big problem because the material that's made in this space, even outside of the relationship content, is so ahead of the curve and on point that it'll drown people out if we had the same amount of if we had the same size of platform that other people have. Because basically, people use this space to get their platform, you know. And I'm not saying that, you know, everybody has their own free thought and this, that, and the third, but, you know, a lot of people have seen how, oh, I forgot to say, Steph has hundreds of thousands. Sorry about that, fam. Sorry about that. But you have people over and over and over and over again who basically they're making, you know, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of $1,000s a year parroting what other people in this space have created. So that's why the space isn't dead, because I'm gonna tell you something. If the Black Manosphere were to actually die, everything orbiting the Black Manosphere would die just like that, because most of those people, the vast majority of those people, can't come up with their own concepts, talks, you know, not concepts, talking points, content, period. You know, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'll say this space is probably a never die, because if it did, everybody outside of this space would be screwed. So even those people who say they don't like the space or it's minuscule to them, they need the space for their own channels, content, growth. They're just taking notes and regurgitating what we're saying. So is it dead? No. Is it gonna die? I doubt it. If it did, it'd be some horrible stuff going on. Because people think, well, if the space died, the people who make content now that we listen to, you know, they're saying y'all stuff, they could take over. Doing what? There will be, first of all, people parroting something without bringing anything new should let you know. Video after video after video after video parroting. So that just says our message is actually on point and right. You know, it's so good that you can't really, it's airtight to the point you probably can't add anything to it. And the only people that add things to it is people in this space. For the most part. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. And shout out to Dennis Sperling. You know, he said, you know, I'm out of here, y'all play too much. He's utmost respect. But with the PhDs that are in the space, not coming in the space, they bring something else to the mix. It's always something that we bring something to the mix. We're always ahead of the curve. And shout out to BGS for that, because he's one of the, you know, we like to say O'Shea, Angry Man, and Obsidian are really the three main pillars of this space, who created it, in a sense, who came together to try to create it. People have come out of every faction, in a sense. But BGS is also, at this point is like the foundation. So everything he brings to this space makes it better. So this space evolves. It doesn't die. You know, it doesn't die. You're going to have all your blow ups and this, that, and the third, but it's not going to be like, oh, we through. It's never going to happen. You know, because it comes to a point, even when the people move on or pass away, think about it. I hate to say it. David Carroll passed away. We keep trucking along. Kevin Samuels passed away. Keeps trucking along. Other people are gonna, you know, pass away too, and the space is gonna keep trucking along. You know, because now the message is that profound that it's pretty. You know, I'm not gonna say it's immortal, but it's but it's long lasting. It's like, you know, people look at the Black Manosphere like they looked at hip hop in the beginning. That's nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't building nothing. Who are y'all? Y'all are just complaining. And basically, this space has created a whole different economy for people. Even the people who are anti-Black Manosphere, they're eating off the Black Manosphere by being anti-Black Manosphere. Black Manosphere. Without it, it wouldn't really have anything. But so they needed to survive too. You know. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you there.